Mount Mian, located in Shanxi Province, is one of the mountains where majestic natural beauty merges with the ancient poetic charm of traditional China. The mountain is blanketed with dense primeval forests, crystal-clear streams winding through the valleys, and towering rock cliffs that stand like heavenly walls guarding this sacred land. What makes Mount Mian truly unique is the rare combination of breathtaking scenery and a network of ancient temples and palaces scattered along its slopes, once places of meditation and worship for dynasties past. Its rich ecosystem, year-round mild climate, and moss-covered forest trails turn every journey into an experience both peaceful and mysterious. And it is precisely this blend of grandeur and ancient tranquility that leaves one quietly wondering, could something long forgotten still lie hidden atop Mount Mian waiting to be revealed? Zhangbulake Scenic Area, located on the eastern side of the Tian Shan Mountains in Xinjiang Autonomous Region, feels like stepping into a fairyland within reality. Rolling hills covered in lush green grass are adorned with millions of wildflowers blooming in summer, creating an exceptionally poetic landscape. In the distance, glacial streams trickle down from the high peaks into the valleys, reflecting sunlight like silver ribbons dancing across the land. Especially during sunrise and sunset, Zhangbulake transforms into a vivid ink wash painting, where light, color, and mist merge in a magical way. More than just breathtakingly beautiful, this place holds many wonders, such as terraced wheat fields perched precariously on rugged mountains, or tiny villages where ancient customs have been preserved for centuries. All these elements combine to create a Zhangbulake that is both romantic and mysterious, a place where every scene makes you want to venture deeper and uncover the secrets nature is quietly guarding. Jiuzhaigu Valley Scenic Area, located in the northern part of Sichuan Province, is a paradise on earth where nature reveals a breathtaking fusion of grandeur and poetic charm. The valley is famous for its multicolored crystal-clear lakes, shimmering in shades of blue, green, and turquoise. an enchanting phenomenon caused by natural minerals combined with sunlight. Along the valley run cascading waterfalls, tumbling through dense forests and echoing like an endless symphony of the mountains. Especially in autumn, Jiuzhaigou bursts into vibrant life as the foliage transforms into brilliant reds, oranges, and yellows, painting the mirror-like lakes with fairy tale colors. Stories of singing lakes and weeping forests linger in the air, adding an air of mystery to every step through the valley. And it is this surreal beauty that leaves every visitor wondering, what hidden truths lie behind the perfect stillness of Jiuzhaigou? Stone Forest Scenic Area, also known as Shilin in Yunnan Province, China, is one of the world's most unique natural wonders, where stone and time have shaped a surreal maze between heaven and earth. Giant limestone pillars rise like swords piercing the blue sky, stacked together to form a forest of rocks with bizarre shapes, making visitors feel as though they've stepped into a petrified fairy tale. What's especially fascinating is that each stone formation has its own distinct shape. Some resemble eagles spreading their wings, others look like an old woman with a cane, and some mimic humans, animals, or legendary figures, leaving spectators in awe. Interwoven among the rocks are crystal-clear lakes, winding paths, and the sound of wind whistling through the crevices like whispers from 1,000 years ago. This place is not only a blend of raw beauty and majestic nature, but it also holds countless mysterious stories yet to be uncovered. So, are you ready to enter this mesmerizing stone labyrinth? Shenangjia Ecotourism Area is a green gem located in the northwest of Hubei Province, where unspoiled nature and majestic beauty blend together to create a vivid living painting. From rolling mountains shrouded in misty clouds to dense primeval forests, every step in Shenangjia feels like entering a mythical world. Not only is it home to hundreds of rare plant and animal species, but this area is also famous for mysterious legends of the wild man, a creature whose existence remains unproven. Waterfalls cascade through the woods, mountain peaks are cloaked in fog, and the echoes of birdsong sound like nature's invitation. Some parts of the reserve are so dense that sunlight barely touches the ground, adding even more to the mystique of this place. Huangshan, the mountain known as a celestial realm amidst the mortal world, has long been an endless source of inspiration for poets, painters, and travelers. Shrouded in wisps of white mist, this place emerges like a living ink painting, where majestic peaks blend with centuries-old pines bending in the wind, and drifting clouds stretch like ribbons across stone summits. According to legend, ancient immortals once descended here to craft elixirs of eternal life, leaving the very rocks and trees infused with the spirit of heaven and earth. At sunrise, the entire landscape awakens in a golden glow, as if touched by a divine brush, and the soul feels as though it's floating, free from worldly weight. Each step taken feels like entering another world, part reality, part dream, both intimate and distant. It doesn't matter where the path leads. Simply standing in that realm, listening to the whispering wind and watching nature speak, is hidden behind crimson walls and dazzling golden roofs. This palace complex is more than just the residence of emperors. It is a world of its own, where history, nature, and spirituality blend in a miraculous harmony. Like a dreamlike realm in the mortal world, every brick and pillar is steeped in the breath of time, whispering untold stories that were never written down. Beneath the shade of century-old ancient trees, the fiery red hues of autumn maple leaves paint a surreal landscape, where beauty lies not in extravagance, but in solemn depth. Amid this tranquil space, legends are still whispered, of forbidden chambers, of dragon energy converging, of ancient spells sealing eternal power. Nature here is not just a backdrop. It breathes and pulses alongside the ancient soul of this architectural marvel. This place is not merely the memory of a dynasty. It is the spirit of a civilization, where beauty, majesty, and mystery merge into an everlasting symbol. Hailuogo is one of the most spectacular natural scenic areas in China, located on the eastern side of Mount Gongga in Sichuan province. This place is famous for its massive glaciers, snow-covered peaks, and natural hot springs, creating a unique combination of ice and warmth. The glacier in Hailuogu is the lowest altitude modern glacier in Asia, starting from over 2,132 feet and stretching down into the valley, offering a breathtaking view with towering ice falls. One of the most special experiences here is soaking in a hot spring surrounded by ice and snow. On cold days, steam rises from the water, forming a mystical fog that makes visitors feel like they have stepped into a fairy tale world. Besides the glacier, this place also has vast ancient forests, home to many rare animals. Hailuogu is not just a natural wonder, but also a place filled with legendary tales, making every visit a magical journey of discovery. Tianmen Mountain, Zhangjiajie, is not only a majestic natural wonder, but also a sacred place where spirituality, history, and cultural identity merge into a poetic and breathtaking landscape. Wisps of white clouds drift past towering cliffs like celestial silk, wrapping around the legendary Heaven's Gate that stands suspended between earth and sky. Beneath the dense canopy of ancient forests, winding paths twist like silver threads, weaving through layers of myths and memories. It is said that this was once a realm where celestial beings descended, where sacred energies gathered, infusing every branch and blade of grass with a soul of its own. The echo of footsteps in the mist seems to carry the distant sounds of armored horses and clashing swords from a glorious past. Even the silent cliffs appear to whisper tales, stories of ancient guardians, of a mountain spirit that has witnessed the rise and resilience of a timeless culture. And within this mysterious blur between reality and illusion, Tianmen Mountain unveils a world that leaves every visitor wondering, is this a dreamscape or a hidden corner of the earth yet to be fully discovered? Mount Huaguo is a famous mountain in Jiangsu Province, China, standing about 2,100 feet tall, attracting visitors with its majestic natural landscapes and a perfect combination of culture and history. It is renowned for its towering cliffs, beautiful waterfalls, and lush primeval forests, offering a wonderful natural space for those who love wilderness and tranquility. Spring and summer are ideal times to visit, when the area is filled with the green hues of the trees and a cool atmosphere. Autumn and winter also provide amazing scenery, with the yellow and red leaves in autumn and the snow-covered landscape in winter, creating a dreamy and mysterious environment. What makes Mount Huaguo unique is the combination of pristine natural beauty and deep cultural significance. Mount Huaguo is also an important location in Buddhist beliefs, offering not just natural value but also. Welcome to one of the most majestic mountains in all of China, where every cliff and cloud layer whispers stories beyond imagination. Not everyone has the courage to come close, but once you stand there, you'll never forget how small you truly are. And this journey has only just begun. Laojun Mountain. Jiguan Cave Tourism Area is a place where natural splendor and ancient mystique intertwine so seamlessly, it leaves you wondering whether you're walking through reality or a dream. Located in Henan Province, this destination features the towering Laojun Mountain, rising over 2,200 meters and believed to be where Laozi once lived in seclusion, alongside the mesmerizing underground world of Jiguan Cave. Laojun Mountain impresses with its jagged stone peaks that resemble ancient fortresses, mist-shrouded primeval forests, and winding stone paths that seem to lead deeper into Taoist legends with every step. Between these two extremes, your senses oscillate between awe and stillness, between radiant light and silent depth. And then you wonder, how many places in the world allow you to climb toward the heavens and descend into the earth, both equally breathtaking, both almost too beautiful to believe? Longmen Grotto's scenic area, a place where even stone seems to speak, and every cliffside feels like a living scripture carved by light, time, and devotion. Located along the Yi River near the city of Luoyang, this breathtaking complex holds over 2,300 caves and niches carved into the limestone cliffs, created beginning in the 5th century during the Northern Wei dynasty. Inside, more than 110,000 Buddha statues reside. From delicate figures just a few centimeters tall to the majestic 17-meter-high Vairocana Buddha, whose serene gaze seems to quietly observe the mortal world. When sunlight filters through the rocky crevices and illuminates the time-worn carvings, the cliffs themselves seem to awaken, glowing with a sacred presence beyond words. The space feels both rugged and deeply tranquil, as if you've stepped into a realm where divine artistry and silence coexist, and even time holds its breath. And then you wonder, how could ancient hands, with the simplest of tools, carve into stone? Something so eternal, so impossibly beautiful it feels almost unreal. Bayun Mountain. Its name, meaning White Cloud Mountain, sounds gentle like a drifting mist, yet the scenery here is so magnificent it leaves you silent, as if you've stumbled into another realm between earth and sky. Located in Henan Province, Bayun Mountain rises to around 2,200 meters and forms part of the Funyu mountain range. It is famed for its pristine ecosystem, dense forests, cascading waterfalls, and towering cliffs. Often referred to as the roof of central China, the landscape transforms with the seasons. Wildflowers blanket the slopes in spring, while fiery red leaves paint the mountains like an oil painting in autumn. From the summit, your gaze stretches to the horizon, where billowing white clouds curl and flow like a celestial river meandering through the peaks. And then you wonder, in a world growing ever louder, how many places still remain so untouched, so breathtaking, that they make you pause and breathe just a little slower? Mount Tai, where every stone step, drifting cloud, and ancient temple seems to carry the breath of millennia, leaving you not only awestruck, but quietly humbled. Located in Shandong Province, Mount Tai stands at 1,545 meters and is one of China's most sacred mountains, recognized by UNESCO as both a cultural and natural World Heritage Site. For centuries, it was the site where emperors performed rituals to heaven, symbolizing the ultimate harmony between earth, heaven, and humanity. The journey to the summit is more than a climb. It's a pilgrimage. Over 7,000 stone steps lead you through pine forests, stone springs, and more than 20 ancient temples, each like a time-worn echo from dynasties past. When you reach the south gate to heaven, the final ascent to the peak, and gaze out across a vast sea of clouds as the sun rises from the horizon, the experience feels at once surreal and profoundly sacred. And then you wonder, are there mountains in this world whose greatness lies not just in their height, but in the weight of meaning they carry across an entire civilization? Mount Tai, where every stone step, drifting cloud, and ancient temple seems to carry the breath of millennia, leaving you not only awestruck, but quietly humbled. Located in Shandong Province, Mount Tai stands at 1,545 meters and is one of China's most sacred mountains, recognized by UNESCO as both a cultural and natural World Heritage Site. For centuries, it was the site where emperors performed rituals to heaven, symbolizing the ultimate harmony between earth, heaven, and humanity. The journey to the summit is more than a climb. It's a pilgrimage. Over 7,000 stone steps lead you through pine forests, stone springs, and more than 20 ancient temples, each like a time-worn echo from dynasties past. When you reach the south gate to heaven, the final ascent to the peak, and gaze out across a vast sea of clouds as the sun rises from the horizon, the experience feels at once surreal and profoundly sacred. Jigong Mountain, a place where beauty is both poetic and fierce, making you tread carefully not just with your steps, but with your emotions. Located in Henan Province, this mountain rises to around 1,580 meters and is named Pigeon Mountain for its summit's resemblance to a dove's head. Jigong is famed not only for its cool climate, sweeping pine forests, and century-old European-style villas, but also for its perilous winding mountain roads, strong winds, and sudden mists that can completely obscure your view. As you stand amid drifting clouds, endless forests, and distant rooftops peeking through the mist like brushstrokes on a canvas, it's hard not to be overwhelmed. Kingshui River Bridge. The name alone conjures images of a crystal-clear river winding through towering mountains. But nothing can truly prepare you for the visual shock of standing before this bridge. A razor-thin strip of concrete quietly stretches across an abyss so deep that the trees below look like tiny green specks. Rising nearly 570 meters above the valley floor, it's one of the highest bridges in the world, a place where humanity seems to have drawn an impossible line across untamed nature. Standing in the middle of it, with wind whispering through the steel guardrails and cars gliding by as if flying, you feel caught between awe and vertigo. In this place, where beauty and fear are separated by a single heartbeat, you realize some structures don't just impress, they haunt you, because your mind still refuses to believe they're real. And perhaps this is only the beginning. Looting Chain Bridge. The name may sound ordinary, but standing before it, you'll wonder if what you're seeing is even real. Suspended over a raging river and nestled between treacherous mountains, this bridge is far more than a simple means of crossing. Every step tests your courage. Every slight sway whispers of the brutal past it has silently witnessed. And when you look up, with fog curling around the mountain peaks above, only one question lingers. How many more bridges like this still hide on the edge of the world, waiting for someone brave enough to cross the line between reality and legend? Sidui Bridge. The name sounds gentle, but the reality is the exact opposite. So overwhelming that you might rub your eyes just to believe it's real. Suspended between two towering cliffs, this bridge soars so high that even the clouds seem to drift beneath it. Every time a vehicle crosses, it feels as though the entire world is floating in midair, held together by cables so slender they defy belief. Completed in 2009, it was once the highest bridge on Earth, with a jaw-dropping vertical drop of over 490 meters, about the height of a skyscraper. Amidst wild mountain terrain, the bridge stretches like a red thread across a forgotten gap, delicate yet unwavering. And you can't help but wonder, if this is only one of the many suspension bridges hidden deep within China's mountains, how many more breathtaking marvels are still waiting to be discovered? Beipanjiang Bridge. The name alone is enough to send a shiver down your spine. As one of the highest bridges in the world, it hangs suspended between the clouds, soaring above the earth as if crafted by a force beyond human hands. Standing on it, you peer down into a dizzying abyss. The river below reduced to a silver thread, the mountains around you rising like stone walls, and for a moment, it steals your breath. This bridge is not just a marvel of modern engineering, it's a direct challenge to your primal fear of heights. The wind howls between its steel beams, and the vehicles crossing seem to float through the sky. But no matter how advanced the technology, your heart still skips a beat when your foot touches its surface. And so the question lingers. If somewhere out there lies a bridge even higher, even more terrifying, would you dare to cross it? Ruyi Glass Bridge. If there's a place that makes you question whether you're walking on solid ground or inside a dream, this is it. Each step is a test of courage, terrifying and mesmerizing all at once, as if you've stepped into a painting too surreal to be real. And then you wonder, how many bridges in this world don't just span valleys, but bring us closer to the very edge of what we believe is possible? Laojian Mountain has sharp rock peaks lined one after another, with the tallest reaching about 7,400 feet and forming a rare, jagged skyline. Clouds move slowly around the mountain slopes most of the year, making the whole area look like it floats in the air. Old limestone cliffs stack in layers mixed with pine forests and native plants growing deep inside narrow cracks. Since long ago, this place has been known as a sacred training ground for spiritual practice, tied to quiet rituals and energy control. Locals believe that energy collects at high rock points, and only people with calm minds can feel it clearly. Some visitors said they lost direction after walking through a narrow crack and could not tell how far or how long they had walked. A journey to Laojian Mountain is more than a climb. It becomes a personal test against a world that cannot be measured by logic. Mount Wutai is known for its 5 flat mountain peaks pointing in different directions, a rare landform across all of Asia. These peaks reach around 9,800 feet and are often covered in cold mist, giving the mountain a quiet and sacred feeling. Many wooden temples over 1,000 years old stand firmly on the cliffs, built without nails but still strong through time. Many emperors came here to pray, believing this mountain could bring blessings and show their deep respect for Buddhism. A local story tells of a white-robed monk seen at dawn who leaves no shadow, believed to test the devotion of those who visit. Langshan scenery. The name itself seems carved from sheer cliffs and winding clouds drifting through the sky. Here, the mountains are not only towering, but whisper softly, telling of an ancient world still hidden beneath canopies and crevices. Strange, fiery red rock formations rise like imprints left by a supernatural force, leaving one to wonder, who placed them there? In the soft pink light of dawn, the entire landscape awakens beneath a veil of mist, turning the scene into a shifting dream. Such beauty is not merely for the eyes, it is meant to be felt, to be listened to. And perhaps, beyond the mist that clings to the mountaintop, something is quietly waiting for the one who dares to seek it. Langya Mountain. The name echoes like a distant call, where nature blends with grandeur and a strange stillness. Amid drifting layers of clouds, whispering pine forests seem to recount ancient tales long forgotten by time. The stone steps winding upward appear not only to link paths, but to unveil hidden pages of history carved into the mountain walls. In the delicate morning mist, some say they've seen a figure in white gliding past like a crane's wing, then vanishing into silence. Ancient tales speak of a hermit who once meditated atop the peak for 100 years, waiting for a heavenly sign that never came. That poetic beauty offers a sense of peace, yet hides something deeper no one has yet explained. Could it be that high on that mist-covered summit, a secret still awaits the first brave soul to uncover it? Luofu Mountain, a name that recalls a sacred place where heaven and earth merge, where mountains and forests seem to breathe ancient legends. Hidden in drifting mist, the peaks rise like endless waves, majestic yet serene. Beneath dense canopies of ancient trees, the sound of dripping water and wind whispering through stone crevices creates the sense that nature is telling stories meant only for those who listen. It is said that Taoist sages once trained here in search of immortality, and traces of their presence still linger on the mountain's summit. Its beauty lies not only in its grand scenery, but in the mysterious atmosphere that fills every corner. Could it be that behind those layers of mist and silence, Duge Bridge, a bridge suspended above the clouds, is where humanity and nature come together to compose a magnificent symphony. Floating at a dizzying height where grandeur meets poetry, this structure appears like a silver thread stretched across the sky, linking two sides of a deep, breathtaking gorge. From afar, the bridge is not only a symbol of modern engineering, but also a graceful stroke adorning the majestic canvas of towering mountains. Layers of drifting clouds below and soft sunlight casting shadows over the spans create a scene that feels both surreal and strangely serene. As the wind brushes through, the entire space seems to stir, whispering a story of bold ambition, unyielding determination, and the limitless belief of those who dared to conquer the impossible. Among the colossal wonders that define China's legacy, there are places like this, quiet yet overwhelming, unseen yet unforgettable, where just standing still can make you feel as though you're witnessing the unimaginable. Mount Hua. The name itself conjures an image of a realm where heaven and earth seem to touch, where sheer cliffs and mist-covered peaks breathe with a presence both majestic and dreamlike. Trails winding along the rocky slopes resemble silk ribbons suspended in the sky, guiding travelers through floating clouds and emerald green canopies. In this strangely silent space, only the whisper of wind through the stones and the faint echo of footsteps on weathered wooden planks remain, like remnants of a distant past. The soft morning light paints pale golden streaks across the rocks, awakening the mountain from a long slumber with a beauty so delicate it feels unreal. Whether born of nature's will or forged by human determination, this place stands as a symbol of perfect harmony between raw grandeur and gentle poetry. Among China's many colossal wonders, there are places like this, where each step is a challenge, every viewpoint a painting, and every glimpse an irresistible invitation to explore the unimaginable. Shaozhai Tiankeng, one of the largest sinkholes in the world, is where nature unveils its majestic and enchanting beauty. Hidden among drifting clouds and towering cliffs, this place is not merely a massive geological formation, but a perfect symphony between the raw forces of the earth and the poetic stillness of the natural world. The steep rock walls, blanketed in lush green vegetation, seem meticulously arranged to evoke awe in every gaze. When thin layers of mist gently spread across the sinkhole's bottom, the scene transforms into a forgotten fairy tale world, where each step feels like walking into an untold story. Sunlight pierces through the canopy, dancing on the surface of crystal-clear underground streams, making the entire space feel surreal and elusive. Among the countless colossal creations that China possesses, there are places like this, places that need no human hand to embellish, yet still awaken an irresistible urge to witness their dreamlike splendor with one's own eyes. Mount Taimu, often hailed as a fairyland on Earth, is the perfect blend of nature's softness and the mesmerizing grandeur of towering stone. Massive granite formations stack upon one another as if arranged by a divine hand, with emerald pine forests and trickling mountain streams weaving through the valleys. In the early morning, mist cloaks the winding paths, transforming the landscape into something out of an ancient painting. Gentle sunlight filters through the canopy, casting shifting shadows across ancient stones, imbuing the atmosphere with both stillness and a quiet tenderness. Every step along the twisting trail feels like a journey of discovery, where the mountains are not just natural wonders, but silent whispers of ancient memories and untold mysteries. Among the monumental marvels that define China's vast legacy, there are places like this, unassuming yet deeply stirring, where just a single visit can leave your soul quietly moved and longing to return. Zhengchenggong, a name that echoes with historical legend, yet the place marked by his legacy overwhelms not only with echoes of the past, but with a majestic natural beauty intertwined with gentle poetry. In this land, winding mountains flow like silk ribbons, ocean waves whisper against the shore, and ancient stone steps seem to lead back to a glorious era. The scenery unfolds like a living painting, where humans appear small before nature, yet leave behind enduring structures that withstand the test of time. When the sunset bathes the sea in crimson light and reflects off curved rooftops, the entire space turns dreamlike, as if history and nature are still writing an unfinished story together. Among the countless colossal wonders that bear China's imprint, there are places like this, imbued with spiritual strength, timeless beauty, and a quiet invitation that lingers. Just hearing the name sparks a deep curiosity and an irresistible longing